our regularly scheduled program, well, rescheduled on us. So what remained after the reschedule was these four teams. These four teams: Emptiness, Super Sal, YesYes, and Moss, taking on these four teams: Lucky Cat, Scythica, Skill Issue, and TEC. So I apologize once again. Let me wholeheartedly apologize for springing anything on any of our players and teams today. I know this was a very last minute change, and we're doing a doubleheader. It's a last minute doubleheader. Yeah, the matches are an hour apart, like I said. So you've got Super Scared of Women versus Skill Issue starting at 1400 my time, which is 1 hour later than default. This one, obviously, they're picking a map right now. And just to reiterate, if this runs long, we won't bother with the doubleheader. I'm not going to, at least not without permission, interrupt our second match. I feel like getting in halfway through would be disruptive. It does look like Scythica got first pick and first ban here. We get a Busan pick. Been fun having a new map pool. We've been seeing a lot of Oasis, a lot of Busan, a little bit of Ilios. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed a new map pool. Marisa banned out. We'll get Scythica starting on the attack here for this map 1. Plug in this Marisa ban in, and we'll go take a look. Let's go take a look at our seasons here. This is the last game of week 7. Let's see. We're gonna look at Scythica's strength of schedule. Coming in 4-9, and it was. I mean, took big hits early. Like, just maybe struggled to find their groove here. I wanted to check see if there were any roster changes, because there's definitely seemed to be a shift, right? So there are 2 forfeit wins in the middle of that, kind of helping that look a little better. There is. Scythica looks like I have 2 earned wins, but I mean, 1 over Skill Issue, 1 over TEC. Not the largest of upsets, but you're beating the teams around you. Let's double check our what was our ban in from YesYes? It was a Lucio ban. Obviously, I mean, YesYes heavily favored here. 9-4. Losses are to the absolute tippity top teams. And YesYes is currently sitting in 5th place behind, I mean, exactly these 4 teams. Let's see if they can stay consistent. Consistency is the name of the game at this point. Particularly in a drawn-out season like this. And not, I think if you're YesYes, not play down to your opponent's level. So you stay tight, you stay clean, and not get sloppy here against a team that, whose record isn't looking nearly as good as yours. I meant in general case. Oh, yeah. Hey, that sounds like a lot more fun, Spectre. No. Don't give me that sad face. That sounds like a lot more fun. Oh, great direct there out of Baby Sun. This goes cool height. Gets Pop trying to extend a little too far. Goes out on a bit of a solo mission there. And so far, I mean, YesYes, absolutely clean. Baby Sun is able to help deal with the Genji. There was some good peel there in the back line as well. Or just some good positioning and awareness from the supports. I mean, it was just clean. Mismatches created from YesYes, both in the back line and on the point. Gets for a flawless first cap. Okay, so what does Scythica do here? What do you need to do? Definitely want to see a little bit more coordination with Cole Height and... I mean, you're playing Juno, so it's hard for the Genji, right? But... oh, that's a very exposed Mort and a very low needed. Both are facing difficult decisions, trying to lower the torpedoes in. The Brigand has already gotten taken care of by Warglabadu. And then return to the fight to assist in killing the tank. Had a 2-hour bath earlier. Oh, enjoying beautiful weather. That's what I'm talking about. Sounds like a great day. Sounds like a great day. Okay, Ghost puts it the first kill on the board here for Scythica. Is able to win the duel against Warglabadoo. Oh, but Baby Sun, though not connecting with the bolo shot, does find 2 follow-ups. That's a double into Ghost. Baby Sun with a nice 3-piece, and that one. Now this one is going to put Scythica in a tough spot. They got to raise back to the point. They're just now starting to get that first ult cycle online. And, it, could be haphazardly used. Oh, they're not even going to get a chance to use them. Let's play with the boop. And YesYes, do stay clean. It looked like just the one death, if I saw correctly. Yes, just the one death. That was Ghost winning that duel over Warglabadoo. All right, really looking at map control here as we, very tight lanes on Mecha Base. And there's maps he just runs through. Maps he collapses. Everybody kind of collapse left side. Nemesis form go punch, able to pick up 2. Looking for the backline trades, and Mapsy gets 2, where Need gets 1. And we do get a second kill on the board there for Scythica through that exchange. Importantly, staying competitive in ult charge as well, though. We didn't see that first ult cycle really come into play on that first map. Pushing out this choke so hard now. They just has to put themselves in such a vulnerable spot to try to keep Need alive through that fight. Yeah, it's going to take some kind of outside pressure. Just sending all 5 through that choke's not going to work. Looks like all 5 are going to rotate towards bridge. Oh, come on, Mouse. Thank you. They at least make it messy. Running out onto the point, trying to just escape the avenues. Juno's trying to stay alive. More he's just going to get surrounded. Warglabadoo wins the fight out over the ocean. But a late annihilation pop from Needed, posing slight threats to some low health targets here. But Baby Sun is able to stay out of range of the tendrils, puts the headshots down. So that's first ult we've seen used here from Scythica, and it was in a, kind of a 1v3 desperate situation. And these bridge Juno fights, it really does feel like a battle of patience. You can't stand around forever. Ooh, good rally stun onto the Deadeye. Neves is going to pick up one on the back of their own. Great play out of Reddit Kerman. A well-timed ultimate. There's some proactiveness in the best fight we've seen from Scythica yet. They are going to force their way out now. Job's still not done, but Needed clears off the left side. And there's the mismatch created and Needed. As Warglabadoo dies last. The DPS dying last in that fight as well. A well-timed rally. Able to kind of just stun Baby Sun. Not only, you cancel the ultimate, but just leaving him in such a vulnerable spot. Well played, well played. So Orbital now thrown in. Ghost School Fight is going to answer. Both teams are running the Beam Blade. Oh, Baby Sun gets a double with a flashbang. Talk about stealing the glory. Stealing the thunder. So YesYes win the ult trade. The ball will not be denied. An overtime touch and a kill on the Mapsy. Yeah. Drops the Oshi in chat. They just got booped off the side, I'm guessing, down in the pit. Colehead's gonna fight too. We got Scythica in control. Ghost ends up with 4 in that fight, by the way. Mapsy, you know, maybe if he goes that a little bit, got booped off. Hey, it's about excellence, not perfection power. You're never gonna be 100% perfect. I don't care what elo you're playing. Shit happens. Don't blame yourself for that. It's about excellence. Excellence is about consistency. Not about everything being perfect all the time. Things are just out of your control. I'm just saying. That doesn't, you know, that applies to everybody. I have to remind myself of that constantly. God, excellence versus perfection has been a lifelong struggle for yours truly. Rally up here on the point for YesYes. You know they're struggling with that question right now. As this map has gotten a little closer than they probably would have liked. Needed will get a touch for the end, but it is a 5v1 on the point. YesYes, drop in the good vortex and clean it up. And then we'll close this one out and take the 1-0 lead. And 30 degrees is quite warm, yeah? I feel like that's quite warm. Like, I'm not super fluent in Celsius, but that seems really warm. I did live in Canada for a year. They use Celsius. I mean, I'm in Texas, so... like... you know, it's warm here. Yeah, Spectre likes the heat. Let's see. What is it? What is it here? 87 Fahrenheit Celsius. It's currently 30. It's exactly 30 here right now. There you go. Is this accurate? No, it's gone up. It's gone up a degree, I suppose. It's 31 here. Dallas is also super humid. All right, Suravasa picked Lucio bad out of Scythica. Let's look at some stats. Who's okay. Lucio was banned by YesYes last time. That's why I was like, do I just switch sides and call it a day here? No. Scythica's still starting on the red. Still starting on the red outlines. I mean, Mecha Base is a lot more competitive. GVPR, thank you for the follow. I would be one of those that would be irritated by the loud typing, but, you know, misophonia is a bitch. Yeah, see, like that 31 is like, that's an average. I'm surprised it's not warmer. Like it's, you know, it's one. It'll get warmer throughout the day. It's actually kind of not too bad for us. Yeah, it's all relative. It's all relative. We're about ready to get into Suravasa. I'll go ahead and send y'all in. Let me go double check the ban. I owe you a ban out of YesYes. That ban is Hazard. I actually, did you see I randomly guessed Doomfist and it was actually a Hazard? I mean, that... I just kind of like randomly picked Doom. I not even guessed. Guess is not the correct word. I just randomly picked Doomfist because I knew it wasn't going to be Lucio. And I don't know. I just wanted something different up there. And it, I mean, like, I was darn close, right? Like, I was darn close.
Initial flashpoint. Mark it.
All right, fight for stairs. This is an important cooldown trade, and Nate is going to get aggressive. Want to see Ghost move in with them, and they do. Beautiful torpedoes, and Nevs is right on top. That's the coordination we were looking for in map 1. And Scythica with a beautiful first fight here to kick things off on Suravasa. Rocking the Reaper Aginji of all DPS lines. Hey, hey. Tip of the hat. Tip of the hat there, Scythica. Good first fight. All right, let's see how Mapsy and the rest of YesYes want to reapproach. Another big run. Need's able to hit Baby's son, and Nevs is right there. Well coordinated. Good call on the target, looked to be. I mean, not like I'm in comms or anything, but either that or they are just synced up. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta, play by the beat of your own drum. You need to go into this Malga seemingly working so far, at least 2 fights. When you get a rotation here, Ghost is able to find Cowboy. Another good fight. Now, assuming they can hold on here with Baby Son out of the fight, that takes a lot of the punching power down, so the trade potential drastically falling. 87% on the board. That might just be market. 100-0 to Scythica. Boom. Oh, it is Temple. So a good spawn for Scythica here as well. They get set up right in front of the choke. Well, they're going to let him in. They're going to let him in. I'm honestly surprised. They've got the rally. I think that was just giving a little too much respect. You got double support ults. I would have absolutely just choked that thing out with double support ults. But they're going to invest him here, kind of draw him in. We'll drop the Death Blossom Orbital, where the Orbital kind of ends up out of the fight a bit, unfortunately for him. But Death Blossom does enough damage to find a kill on a Mapsy. Orbital has traded 1, but Ghost will end up winning that duel in the end. Reset there from the rest, and first cap goes to Scythica. That's a terrible camera angle. Stupid tree. We're gonna get the Maga swap. Imitation, the highest form of flattery, and this is just a blender. The Ninja Blender in full effect. It can dice up Magas, no problem. Junos makes quick work. Pure raid right into a soup. Get yours today. Okay, Scythica with an ambitious rotation. Gave up some point control, but now let's see how they approach. They're going to drop the rally to try to get back in. Oh, but they've left Reddit and Ghost kind of alone. Great mismatch created. Mapsy and company make a good read to go create a 5v2, but you know what? The bait pulls all of YesYes off the point. I mean, all of them. And you even get Scythica trading out. Mapsy will win the duel of the Magas. You slammed. That was cheating. We're going right next door to Ruins.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Okay, Cap did get interrupted. Nev's playing at the front door with that Death Blossom. Baby Son and Warlord, you gotta be careful dropping in. Warlord is able to isolate a kill on the outside. Rally Blade thrown into the mix. Neves does try to Death Blossom, but I didn't see it hit the battlefield. May have gotten stunned out there by the rally. Blade gets the work done in a clean fight. YesYes coming back and looking swift on that one. Will say Scythica was able to sneak Cap away underneath that. So we saw YesYes interrupted initially, but we do get 27% on the board here. Blade in the pocket, gonna come out immediately. Dash through. Nice! Cuts through too. Once the Judo gets the blow with that final slash, and the Shurikens will finish them off. So, crispy return there from Scythica. They'll get control of the point, and we'll push it up to about even. Whoop. I just wanted to go up the skylight. I don't know why. I just felt like it. All right, but nobody's going anywhere. This is some tiny Overwatch if I've ever seen it. Ghost ends up dashing through to pick up a trade. No more tanks left on the battlefield with the rally being popped by Reddit Kermit, but it was a 4v3. That rally turns it into a 3v3. Welcome to ends up, I don't know how Welcome to ends up dead in that. Maybe thought there was a reset coming. Babysit drops the ultimate and just gets destroyed by Nevs. I mean, doesn't even get an assist, and that's that. What a wild map. What did we just see? All right, well, Scythica trying to play upset here to our doubleheader today, as they tie up the series 1-1. Tip of the hat. Tip of the hat. You know, I mean, we're talking in the first map of, okay, how do you get a fight win here? Look, you know, looking to struggle to get any kind of foothold. You know, to where on Mecha Base, they kind of have to make it chaotic to get a foothold. It's up working out, but they end up kind of ensuing some chaos and hoping they can trade out in the chaos. This was far more clean, far more surgical out of Scythica here in map 2. We've got a match, yo. We've got a match. We're going to get the Maga ban immediately in response. Look at some stats. Really like where they've taken Maga. I think Maga honestly got a really bad rep from the get-go. Like the opening version of Maga. I think Maga's actually been in a pretty good place. Even before they removed the cardiac arrest, giving the damage reduction to the entire team. Now I truly think Maga's in a great spot. But I think Maga's got a bad rep when because you got like the early Emong videos of you know, just Maga standing there for 90 seconds. So what is that on Paraiso? Just standing there for 90 seconds and just returning, you know, reversing cardiac overdrives and staring at each other. And that was kind of the gameplay for the first couple months of Maga. But I really like the kind of ground dive more. You have to be really choosy with your attacks, and there's definitely some skill expression to driving the Maga bus around and getting those slams. All right, we're getting loaded into Runasapi here. Sorry for the sound clash. Let me get the background music out of there. Nevs 24-1 there in map 2. Nevs and Ghost both with exceptional map 2s. Able to stay alive and trade it out. I mean, we're looking at comparable damage from DPS. Now, up a little bit there. You know, a little bit more damage from Scythica. All right, they're getting loaded in. Let's get ready for some Runasapi. Our Bulls on Overwatch. That's a double entendre. We have the Maga ban from YesYes. It's going to be a Tracer ban. Here from Scythica.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
That was actually kind of a double entendre, huh? So many entendres. It's like quad entendre. Anyway, all right. Sorry. Woo! Rush down, here we go. Lucio Kiri. Scythica for the first time, and their aggression finds S-play. I mean, good calls and good just blitzkrieg maneuvers seem to work well for him there on Suravasa. Now, YesYes are trading this out. Cowboy able to stay alive. Mapsy and Wargle are putting some in the feed. So this has not been a clean blitzkrieg by any means. And with Wargle fighting more, YesYes might just get control. Reinforcements are showing up. Ready Kermit is back in this fight. They're also backing away from this fight. Needed's armor is going to fade. Not going to have much health left when it does. Yep, and there's the drop. Great spear from Mapsy. Beautifully timed right as that Nemesis form went away. That was some spear maxing there from Mapsy.
The lead is ours.
We have the Ghost May on the field, which is interesting. I mean, such long range to play with here. Obviously, kind of relying on playing on these kind of corners. So it needs to get value there, is able to avoid the spear and avoid a bit of disaster there through the Terror Surge. Oh, I spoke too soon. Backup shows up just in time, just when Mapsy looked like they were kind of getting a little overwhelmed. The cavalry arrives, and YesYes will get checkpoint on the back of that. What we're going to do goes to secure window. Oh, does get run out there from a 1v2. Does not have the Lucio to back them up like we see from Scythica. And to get picked off, you can see the Lucio with the assist in that rundown, able to clear off that flank. Now all guns pointed at the front. It felt like that was really one up in the top room. I had the camera more in the central fight, but that 2v1 up top, that clean out from Kermit and Nevs was so clutch. And I mean, part of that switching to this Lucio comp, this Lucio Kiri backline, that is. We still seeing the Brave Juno here to back up the Orisa. Very strong on the front line, particularly against Ramatra. So I mean, you can understand why. Speaking of the front line, we are expecting a blizzard here this fight. Let's see how Ghost wants to set up for it. Couple things that can block it. I mean, deflect, jab spin. Do have to be a little bit cautious. Sound barrier annihilation thrown in immediately. Looks like we're going to hold on to the blizzard. Let's check out this OC from Nez. Gets the final shot on the baby son. 2 good fights in a row from Scythica. They're going to get checkpoint. All right, first 2 minutes go to YesYes. Second 2 minutes go to Scythica. We do have YesYes with the ult advantage. Most notably, we have the Ray to back up this blade. Wargle's already gone in. Can't go too far to the back line. Blizzard used defensively here just to fend off the Dragon Blade. I actually don't hate that. Are you going to respond with this Concern Rush? You damn right you are. Oh, but there's a rally up at the other side. Needed. Mort just got destroyed. Mort ate an energy jab right to the gut. That'll leave a mark. YesYes will make sure to get close enough to deny close spawns, but orbital ray thrown right over the courtyard. Denied needed any room to work. Wonderful positioning of that orbital from Cowboy. I love how it went behind needed. Really forced them just kind of more and more into open territory. Drop down, Terra Surge, finds 2. Cryo Freeze there, needed with the block, negates the majority of the damage. Mapsy trying to find an isolated target. I believe that was Nevs that slid out from that corner. Potentially more. By the way, all of the above had their primaries pointed at Mapsy, and the Orisa falls in a heap. Welcome, we'll get this trade. Sorry, hit wrong pop there for a moment. And that's going to be the only one YesYes finds through that. They extend their lead, 91.57 currently on the board. What is that, like 34 meters? Just under? Blizzard versus Blade. Once again, we saw Ghost use it last time. Cold Height. I guess it's just Cold Height. Sorry. We saw Cold Height use it last time. Oh, just loses. I mean, that's one way to win out the ult trade. Just run in the neutral, get your face with the deflect. Reese is shooting from behind the deflect. Oh, poor Cold Height got the brunt of it. So we're still looking at a Dragon Blade versus a Blizzard. Oh, it's huge damage. It looked like Nevs. Yeah, and we'll get the kill with the Disruptor. I believe landed a rail shot to put Warglobadoo low. Now, a lot of ults to play with. And once again, going to see Scythica open up. Woo! With a rail and a jump shot. Finds Cowboy right out of the gate. That was gorgeous. I believe that was a Colat onto Baby Sun through Mapsy as well during that exchange. Ends up being a beautiful 3-piece. I'm counting the Orisa in that. And Nevs, the aggressive move. The leap down with the slide. Doesn't even have double slide, y'all. Good sound barrier means the Blizzard doesn't have to be used for the Blade. They can throw the Blizzard up on the objective. We're going to do a dash right back into it. That's going to find the Genji immediately. You do still have double support ult in play. Actually, the rally fading just as the orbital start on top, and Cowboy once again throws in a Butte. Needed low on this point. Baby Sun's already found 1. And Cowboy's orbital ray once again perfectly placed in the exact same courtyard. And courtyard has proven difficult for Scythica to try to push through. Excuse me. Whoa, smack the Suzu. Still a considerable amount of damage done from that Terra Search. And Warglobadoo is able to dash through and find the picks. A couple of ghost dashes through, or a couple of quick dashes through that. And a swift fight win from YesYes. And that's just what they needed. They win it with 1 ultimate. They're able to put some massive momentum going to the back of this point. Here's where below the 2-minute warning, below 90 seconds as a matter of fact. Keep an eye on Baby Sun here at the top right. Aggressive, high-risk position, but it's preventing Scythica from being able to push through the arches. There comes the boop. Has to clear off that flank. Nevs is able to find some kills once they open up that side. Needed to be able to push through. But, only 60 seconds for Scythica to work with. They did get the checkpoint originally, so they don't have to worry about that stall. But nevertheless, still going to have to win a couple of fights, including one here in the neutral. And I mean, like, back in center map. Somewhat in the neutral, but man, Cowboys orbital. Actually, we're not in the neutral at all as far as economy. This one's about to get real messy. We do see the Consumer Rush has already been invested. Nevs is traditionally, at least throughout this series, thrown in very early overclocks. Kind of used as an opener, more so than like the Blizzard has been, or even the Sound Barrier. But it is going to be a Sound Barrier Annihilation thrown in here. Rally up. Esplay dies with the rally, and Cowboy will not get the map-saving orbital, at least not into that fight. So, Scythica overcome the orbital ray, to make it through what Courtyard has been the Courtyard of Death form here in Runasapi. Still need to win at least one more fight, and you're running into 3 ults on the other side. Scythica have nothing in the pocket. This is going to take a hero play. And Warglobadoo's already in with the blade to find at least one. OC's got one. Valiant effort there from Scythica, but they will not get it across the line. YesYes take the 2-1 lead. Rathan, thank you for the follow. Circuit pick from Scythica. Freya band in from Scythica here as we head into circuit. They are going to swap back sides again. Get that attacker's advantage. Command AA. I mean, it looks like YesYes were able to win 2, maybe 3 more team fights. Very close. Very, very close. You know, we're seeing the high-end elims from Scythica, namely from Nade, you know, kind of lining up there with some of the high-end elims, namely Warglabadu from YesYes. Right? So, the max is slightly higher. You got Mapsy at 29. But very competitive Runasapi. I mean, again, just considering how the huge disparagement between the two squads in the standings. Almost missed that invite. Juno Ban here from YesYes as we get ready to head into circuit. Ghost just goes for one little shot and goes over to EMEA here. No aggressive hold. YesYes didn't want to risk holding that front point. Wow, excuse me, frog in my throat. Holding that front point, I've learned is extremely risky, and YesYes did not feel it was worth the risk here because you pretty much have to keep control of that top balcony. Otherwise, you know, it's just a great sight lines, great firing range down onto the defense on that corner. So it ends up being a fight here in the back. Mapsy is now pushing really far. They really want to hold that second corner. I can't say I blame you for that. Almost got the bat. Nevs is able to get that immortality field down. That was a boop out into traffic. Reddit ends up just flying out there. I think that was a push from Mapsy, if I saw that right. Xander for the tier 1. Thank you so much. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. 4 months in a row. That's huge. Big support. Thank you. Massive support for the community. It's not just supporting me. You're supporting all of tier 3. And tier 2 and path to pro the whole map. That's what I like to believe. Wall up here and try to devalue this amp matrix a little bit. Much faster. Well, significantly faster ult generation. Not necessarily much, but enough. Get an early ult cycle here for the defense of YesYes. Let's see the amp matrix come into play. Blizzard now available if they needed it, but with a kill onto the Ramatra. Does not look like they will. Doesn't mean we'll get a Blizzard fight next. It also means, I mean, you trade 2 for 1 trading your amp matrices. You did use the OC, but still an economical fight win there for the defense at YesYes with 90 seconds to go. Actually, an interesting question. I don't think so. I don't think you can interact if you're timed out. I believe that does prevent from interacting with the stream. That was a huge Terror Surge combo there with the Captive Sun. The kills come up all Scythica. Despite the big combo, it didn't look like Mapsy was able to get the slam down. Scythica get it over the line. They win the second ult trade. They get the massive Blizzard in there. I mean, that Cole Heights Blizzard was enormous in that fight. Able to lock down quite a few. Ooh, that's an early pick from Mapsy. Oh, I hate to see your Soge fall that early. You're trying to push up that hill. YesYes now scrambling. Perfectly timed cryo freeze from Colette. Cool Height. It's probably more accurate. Honestly, that's good to hear, Panda. Good to know that my community, for the most part, is pretty well behaved. For people that visit this channel, I don't saying my community sounds so egotistical. I did not mean that. But it's nice to know that the tier 3 community, for the most part, is pretty well behaved. I will say more so in EMEA than NA. What problems I have had on this channel over the past year have been from NA. I will absolutely say that. Jump scare on a warp. Yeah, I'm just not as ruthless. I don't like having ruthless redemption. That's just not my style. I mean, it works for CX, all right? I mean, I'm not saying I'm not dogging it. It's just not my style. No, that Ant Matrix looks pretty desperate. This time the Immortality Field is destroyed and the slam down comes in. The big wombo combo with the Sun. And Terra Sun will succeed in creating a new multiverse. An extra reality has been formed. Or at least a big hole in the ground. You know. So, Colette comes in. We got a Pharah now. I mean, judging my ult charge, swapped to the Pharah prior to the last fight. I was too focused by the big Terra Sun combo. Too distracted, I mean. All right, dueling OCs. Let's keep an eye on Ness. Pushing up this hill, the greater challenge for sure. Jump shot into Baby Sun's face. They land their opening pick, but not the second one. Baby Sun had a rail loaded and ready to go just for such an occasion. See, now, Spectre, that is pretty good content. That is pretty good content with the Takuno Prashy kind of rivalry going on there in the CX chat. I can't argue that. Oh. I think Colehite was hoping to get up top. Does not make it. Does drop the barrage in. We do get a touch on the point. Needed. Oh, it does not escape the Blizzard entirely. Neither does Reddit Kermit. Will end up just a pile of parts on the objective. That's as far as Scythica's going to get here in round 1. I would agree with that 100%, Spectrum. No Malgo repertoire, please. Uh-oh, baby son just gave Nevs an idea. Yeah, I just realized. Sins. It would be kind of funny to have like my camera sensitivity when people put that in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Yeah, we don't know anybody from NA here. Yeah, fucking Texans are the worst. To be clear, that is a nobody makes fun of my little brother but me moment. I'm just saying. I can start for the defense as they're able to pop one in the double flex support back line there. More has opted for an Ilaria of their own here, and you can see why. Beautiful little move finds baby son, who did not get the memo to disengage. Maybe got the memo that, hey, I don't want to stay on this Soj anyway. Can I get a quick trip to move over to a Cassidy, please? Command cap. What are y'all doing? I'm gonna make. Okay, y'all really done it now. Now I'm actually gonna make all these commands. Oh, Warkle dude goes over the roof to take the duel against Ghost. By the way. Oh, they make it back over. They did make it back over. Good trickle discipline from Nez. Not put that rail shot right into the deflect. Ant Matrix now up from YesYes though. Nope, sorry. We're looking at the Cart Princess for a moment. We need to get back to the baby son up here clicking heads. Well, at least clicking torsos. I'm just gonna make all these commands, and they're just gonna be like goofy meme commands. I'm just gonna make them all. We need to take note. Take note of all of those commands. All right, checkpoint picked up. Defense needs to stabilize here. Warglemadoo's threatening. And this angle's could be very dangerous there for that back line. Yep, then we're gonna get entrance into the high ground. Terra Surge in. Captive Stun was actually invested from Morp, and it looks to have somewhat worked. Gets Mapsy with it, and they've managed to chase Warglemadoo into a hallway. The defense will stabilize, and they still got 4 minutes plus to hold. Oh, Horrocks redeeming the dad joke. It's Papa in this chat. Maddie. Yeah, Matrix up from Scythica. I mean, not the best placement I've ever seen. Double DPS also try to clutch this as more bizarre to put 2 on the board. Goes. That gets 1 with the barrage, but Warglemadoo finds the rest. And that's the series right there. GG's in chat. YesYes takes the victory, but they take the dub, but they drop them out. And I talked about needing to be clean. I had talked about YesYes needing to stay clean through this series. And I mean, they kind of got ran over on Suravasa. Let's not beat around the bush. But they do clean it up there at the end. Both on their own map pick of Runasapi and then back on Scythica's map pick here on Circuit Royale. Take a look at some stats there from that one. Yeah, quite dominant. We're looking at Warglemadoo. And, oh my goodness, what was in-game name? Baby Son. Baby Son. Warglemadoo and Baby Son, both putting up great performances. You should use my push-ups command as well. What, you trying to get me buff? Wait, I owe Horrocks a dad joke. Mapsy leading in all the metrics. They're in map 4. 33 and 2. Highest elims, fewest deaths, and most damage in the lobby. I think Mapsy would get my player of the match. I think YesYes seemed to revolve around the tank. But I mean, just a very coordinated team, right? YesYes were your advanced champions from season 4. I believe are new here in expert division. Oh, we're your runner-ups, excuse me. Good performance from YesYes here so far, making their debut in expert. They're now sitting at 10 and 4 after this dub here today. Solid.